12 minutes and we got out of it as well. It was 8 seconds, 7 past 8.
Come, guys, stay, please sit. Okay, good morning, and thank you very, very, very much for coming. I mean, I know that all of you've taken this time off. It's not easy to do it. So really, I mean, thank you everybody for coming. Good. So please come in, guys. I'll just close the doors so that we're fine. Good. So I think we can start. We can start with Rajiv. How do you want to go? Good. Thank you. He's coming. This slide.
All right. The premise was that, patronage encourages the intellect and innovation in a society. It was a relationship of trust between the architect and the person who was commissioning him. And so what I thought was that an enlightened patron actually provokes and challenges his architect to stretch beyond his or her comfort zone. And the architect is challenged enough to stretch way beyond what the given brief is. This, in recent times of public patronage, has changed. It's become largely competition-based. They don't even call the architect any longer. They call them the design consultant, because he or she is responsible for a whole gamut of stuff which was never part of the purview of the architect earlier. So whether it is to conferences where we talk to each other, I think we need to be talking to everybody else besides ourselves, most importantly. The same thing with exhibitions or magazines or giving talks not in schools of architecture but in common schools.
So I'm kind of focusing on the young architects, basically people who want to start their practice, who are full of idealism, infused through our academia, a lot of great ideas, but you flounder after a few years of practice. Several pressures that we all are confronted with. Today's architecture is largely controlled by lesser and lesser ideas and more by market values. Why do you need new ideas? Because you need to continuously redefining your understanding of space, your political understanding of space, the notions behind it, how we redefine relationships. The next premise is, it's a bit disruptive. Can urban Indians be provided with small, sensible and aesthetic homes? So that's the premise. And here I'm trying to kind of question, in the same idea, can architecture be really an open source?
We know how many thousands of awards exist today, of which we also have a caste system of awards. So some are great, some are big, some are we would like to apply for, some we would not like to apply for because they're just too low caste, So in that in that perspective, it is also how to discern between an award being a real recognition or an event for entertainment.
We have to somewhere, I think, acknowledge the idea of design as a product at the end of the day. I think we're unable to come to terms with it in such a matter-of-fact manner because the speed at which the city is today building, and that's our crisis.